A lot of men don't like the idea of going 50-50 with their partner, right? They don't like the idea that they're going to be expected to do more chores and childcare with their own family. Because in doing so, we are asking men to do more than they've done historically, right? The data shows that when women marry men, they have to do exponentially more work. The data also shows that women do more domestic labor and childcare than their male counterparts. Men typically have more time for hobbies and friendships and things outside of the home that are just for them and have nothing to do with taking care of the home and the children. And so when women say, I want an equitable partner, I want a partner who washes the dishes, men hear 50-50. First and foremost, most women never say 50-50 because we know it's not possible. 50-50 is not something that most families can achieve because there's just too much nuance when it comes to our careers and our children and our lives in general. 50-50 also doesn't mean that I do half the laundry and you do half the laundry. It might mean that I do the laundry and you do the dishes. It might mean that I shovel and you mow the lawn. It might mean a lot of things, but it doesn't mean we're splitting everything exactly down the middle. Regardless, men often come in my comments and say, I would love to hear from your husband. I bet he's miserable. Because the idea of going 50-50 with a woman sounds awful to them, right? Because it's more work than they've done historically. When they get married, they do so under the assumption that they won't have to do that work, that their partner will do the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning and the childcare. But women are out in the workforce earning money, right? So they're expected to go work, they're expected to do all the chores, they're expected to take care of the kids and do so with a smile on their face. They are supposed to have this 80-20 split and be happy, but men wouldn't be happy with the 50-50. Why do we expect women to be happy with something that men would never tolerate, right? They would never do it. And so this conversation is actually quite large, right? Because it has to do with how we spend our time, how we protect our time. Oftentimes, women are expected to sacrifice their time for the family and for their partner, right? They'll take up more flexible jobs that they can do pick up for school. They'll take a more flexible job so they're available for sick days when their kids are sick. They will do a more flexible job so they can do more around the house and with the kids, allowing their partner to do more paid work. Because oftentimes men will point to that. Well, men do more paid work. Yes, they do more paid work because they're not doing the work at home, right? And so this continues to breed inequities, not just at home, but also at work and just in life in general. Men tend to get away with doing less work, which allows them more time for themselves, more time for hobbies and for their friends and for just alone time in general. Women typically have very little time to themselves, especially after marriage and especially after children, right? It's bad after marriage, but it's worse after children. And so when women say, I want equity, I want a partner who does the dishes, a lot of men get triggered by that because they don't want to be expected to do more work. They're very comfortable with the 80-20 split. Why would they want the 50-50 split? Why would they want to have to go out and earn a paycheck and then come home and do more work, right? But they expect women to do that because that's the expectation of women, that they will do everything for everyone, despite the fact that men are no longer the sole providers. They're not a sole income earner, right? They are not the breadwinners in some instances, but they still would like women to act as though they are. And it's really uncomfortable to have these conversations because it throws up these defense mechanisms of saying, well, you don't mow the lawn, so I don't want to hear about it. But the things that women do happen every single day. The laundry, the dishes, the taking care of the kids, mowing the lawn, shoveling, as this man says, that doesn't happen very often. And so they want to do the things that don't happen often, because if they're expected to do the things that happen every single day, they're going to be living a very busy life, similar to what women are doing currently.